All right. I thought it would be fun to share a little bit about what goes on in my brain when I'm looking at your human design chart. So I'm going to pull up a screen here of my chart, kind of just go through high level, like a human design 101 primer. This is the prerequisite to take the rest of the class. All right, here we are. We're back. This is my chart. I've purposely left off the left side of the chart that includes all of the keynotes about your chart. So, first off, when I'm looking at your chart, I look at your definition. Definition means whatever's colored in the chart. So, in this case, I have my ajna, my throat, and my identity center defined up here. And then I have the spleen to the root defined at the bottom. That, by nature of that configuration, is what we call split definition. Simply said, that just means there are some energies and conversations that are happening up here. Don't talk to the bottom part of the body, the spleen and the root. So a lot of times those of us that have split definition can kind of feel like not incomplete, but it's easier to like have the energy flow when you meet people with other auras that complete and bridge those splits. So how your chart is configured and defined determines on what type you are. Because of my configuration, I don't have a sacral center. So automatically, I'm not a generator. I also don't have one of the motor centers, one of the 4 motor centers connected to my throat. So by definition, that makes me a projector. Projectors, when I see your type, we're going to talk about the big 3. Those are the first 3 things that I talk about when I'm looking at your chart. So just like astrology, we got big 3, human design, we got big 3. So we got your type, your strategy, your authority. Make it super simple. If those are the only things you ever learn about human design, that is more than enough. Like the rest of it is just icing on the cake. So type, projector. Strategy is to wait for the invitation. Check out one of my previous videos. I talk a little bit about waiting for the invitation and what it actually means. And then authority, that's basically your inner compass for decision making. So that is for like the big decisions, but you can also use it for the little ones. But I'm splenic definition. If you watched Love is Blind UK, like if that guy said splenic one more time, I was going to wring his neck, but all love. But spleen definition just means that the emotional solar plexus is open or undefined. So the spleen will be the authority. Authority is instinctual awareness. It's quick, it's quiet. That just means listening to that inner guidance and trusting it before you let your mind overtake that and say that it can't be that easy. Do you like this kind of stuff? Should I do more? Would you like to see more charts? Drop it in the comments. I love this kind of thing. I nerd out about charts and I would love to kind of like talk more about each of the charts, but I am limited on time now. Drop it in the comments. If you're not following already, I'm Marissa. Human Design and Gene Keys Guide for Women in Midlife to help rewild your life and stop living for everybody else. Use your energy in the way that's meant for you. So I'll see you next time.